2, 3, funky.
My darling, I love you, 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 I love you.
This is my 14th year of my marriage, and my marriage has not been one of the best or one of the worst, because you know what comes up with marriage. There's a lot to to handle, a lot to take through marriage, and marriage needs a lot of sacrifice and prayers as well. So if you're watching me and you're married, or maybe you're just about to break up, or maybe you have broken up. I'm not talking of people who have divorced, like that, people who have already cleared their divorce, but I'm talking about people who are still in marriage, people who are separated, people in separation, people who are planning to break up. All those are people I want to talk about right now. Guys, let me tell you something. Sometimes some marriages are not worth it breaking up. They're not worth it divorcing. Sometimes some things happen in a marriage, like separation, divorce, and you need to be very careful, because some things can be a setup from the devil. For one, the devil does not like women. That's where you see women, we play a very big role in a marriage. That's why they say a clever woman builds her home, and a stupid woman breaks her home. They don't say about a clever man. So that tells us women, we have to play a very big role in our marriage. And to women, before you sit down there and say, I'm going to break up, I'm going to file for a divorce, I'm going to leave this guy, think about it. Think about it in godly way, in God way. A marriage is a gift from God. A marriage comes from God. That's why they say, him who finds a wife finds a good thing. That's why the Bible tells you men to love and honor your wife like the way Christ loved the church. That's a very big covenant, marriage. And breaking up a marriage, you need to be very, very, very careful, because you're breaking up a very, very huge covenant with God. Women, before you pack your things and say, I'm leaving this guy, sit down and ask yourself, have I tried my level best? Have I tried everything that I can to keep my family, to keep my marriage, to keep my husband, to keep my children? Ask yourself before you pack your things and say it's done. You as a man, before you say it's done, I'm walking away, ask yourself, you as the head of the family, have you tried everything possible to keep your family? Or it's because one ego goes to another one and you cannot even sit down and come up with something? My fellow women, before you pack your things and leave your home that God has blessed you with, think twice. Ask yourself, have I looked up to God and asked Him, what am I supposed to do into this? And God did not help me. And then you need to be very careful, guys. Some challenges in marriage comes for the best. That's what I'm saying. It's not every challenge you should pack your things and leave. Some challenges in marriage comes for the best of you. Maybe God wants to bless you in a way, and that's why you're facing through some challenges in your marriage. And then because you're not putting yourself in God's hands, you're tired, your ego telling you to go, the devil voice speaking you, telling you to go, you're leaving. And the moment you leave, you break up what God wanted to give you guys. And that's gone. I'm not saying to stay in a toxic marriage. I will not even allow my brother, my sister, any of hers to be in a toxic marriage. No. You know, to be honest with you, church prevent marriages because of the Constitution. Not because of the people in the marriage. The church should prevent marriage more because of the people into it, not because of the Constitution. Because you cannot stay in a toxic marriage. You cannot stay where you're beaten. You cannot stay where you're abused. You cannot stay where you're seen like nothing, worthless. You can't stay. But there's some things churches don't talk in deep about marriage. The church needs to elaborate more about marriage and what comes with marriage, but not looking more of the Constitution way of marriage, trying to protect the Constitution, forgetting the people in the marriage. But my brother, my sister, before you pack your things and say it's done, ask yourself, how did we end up being together? How did we vow these vows? How? If we're not meant to be, how did we vow the vows? And when I'm talking about this, I'm talking of the people who have legally married, officially married, people who have exchanged vows in church. That's what I'm talking about. Or anywhere. But you have exchanged your vows. God connected you. Before you go and ask advice from people about your marriage which is about to break, think twice. Am I asking the right person? Am I getting what I need to hear from the right person? Don't go to those women, you tell them, I think me and my husband, we are breaking up. And they go like, as we did a long time ago. And they want to recruit you to their life system of breaking up. I'm not good. I'm not trying to be a pastor to preach about marriage, but me being in a marriage for 14 years, I think I can say something about marriage. And me coming from a family where my father and mother, they've been together, even if my family was a polygamy family. I've learned a lot, even from when I was young, about marriage. So my sister, my brother, before you pack and say it is enough, ask yourself, is this happening because God wants to bless us for more? Could be a child that you guys have been looking for. And when you feel like you're tired, I cannot stay here no more because I want a child. Maybe that's a time God wants to bless you with a child. Could be financial problems. The moment you're saying you're packing and leaving, maybe that's the time God wants to bless